Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
But I think this year though, Unc, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this year, y'all know we all athletes. Like we all have done it. I don't care how good your team is. If there's any type of dark cloud, any type of negative energy, right? You lose a coach. It takes a lot of more energy to be focused on. Okay, let's win a championship, right? A famous coach, Doc Rivers, told me. He say, Pat, I do basic stuff because I want my players to understand. The better they understand, the better they can not be players and just be athletes, right? So you got this guy firing. You hearing the new voice now. You guys know the new voice don't sound like. Oh man, they don't sound like. Yeah, they don't sound like coach. I can't run up to him and, hey, coach, check it out. I see an opening right here. Like it's just different. So that takes time, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Denver was out of their first round. I ain't gonna lie to you.
First round?
First round. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, with that going around, I mean, that's just how that's how the sports gods are, right? You know, you disrespect the game, you fire a coach like that in the playoffs. It's like This ain't a Cinderella story. They ain't just go beat everybody. Like they're gonna be put to test. They're gonna be put to test.
Dang.
You mentioned head coach Mike Malone and the general manager, Calvin Booth, was terminated. ESPN reported that the tension had been brewing between Booth and Malone for quite some time. So much so that the source described it as a Cold War. Denver had lost 4 straight and was just 11-13 since the All-Star break. Players such as Yoke have displayed frustration on the sideline. Vibes have been low, according to a source. There's another report that said Westbrook's minutes were a part of the rift. It reported that Booth was questioning, bro, why are you playing Westbrook when you should be playing, I forget the younger
Pickett.
guy's name.
What's his name is Pickett.
Yep, that's it. And so you look at Yoke, he's giving you 45, 13, and 10, and they lost all 3. He gave you a 60-point triple-double, a 40-point triple-double, and he was an assist short of a triple-double on the 38-point game. So he gave you 45, 13, and 10 over a 3-game span, and they lost all 3 games.
So my thing is this. It goes back to what we was talking about Dallas, right? I don't think this is a problem that was just been brewing this year. I think the problem was lost after they won the championship and they didn't pay Bruce Brown, right? You lose your I wouldn't say he was
a defensive wing guy.
I wouldn't say he was the heart and soul, but you lose a little grit, right? When things get hard, you need a little bit more grit. Okay, cool.
Right.
They was able to sustain that, right? Then the following year, they came up short. They lost to Minnesota. And actually, the year before, Bruce Brown had a stellar, he got paid off that Minnesota series. Then coming in free agency, you lose Caldwell Pope, right? You talk about now you done lost. And as a team, you need the locker room. The locker room is the most important, right? The culture is the most important. And the ability to win games and the real games is not based on the star players. It's based on the culture of your team. That's what makes the role, right? Yep. So you lose these 2 guys, right? You try to fill a void with Chris Bryant. You try to fill a void with Watson. You try with these young guys, Pickett, right? And then you want to go get Russ, right? You're surprised it doesn't work now. And now you have to point blame at somebody. You talking about they beat us 3-1 in the bubble. We were supposed to play Unc, you know, that team we had, we were supposed to be the one to come out. Yeah.
Lakers, Y'all had a 3-1.
They beat us 3-1. So I'm able to see this team up close and personal. I'm able to see this coach up close and personal, right? Elite coach. I honestly think he overachieved in Denver. Overachieved. And to be able to come down there and implement your system, right? Have a 2-time MVP that's selfless. Usually the MVPs are, no, give me the rock. I'm shooting a fadeaway. I'm doing this. I'm talking about a selfless MVP, right? And you don't make the moves you're supposed to make in free agency and you wonder why your team is not the same team. It baffles me. It actually baffles me.
Pat, I was wondering, did you hear what James Harden said, the reason why they're having success? He says, he said personnel. He said personnel. There's only 2 guys that's not there. And I don't know what he was trying. What was he trying to say? Because he said the only thing is personnel.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything
His
else.
thing was like everyone knows their roles, right? And as a as a player who's, I didn't have a cup of tea. I spent 12, 13 years in the NBA, right? So like knowing your role, and for me to be, the ultimate role player, right? Knowing your role helps everybody else out around you, right? Not only do you know your role now, you can thrive in your role.
Correct.
Right. Okay, cool. I know my role on this team is to screens, rebound, and if I get it, I get it in the corner, I'm gonna shoot it. That's my role. I'm gonna stay in my role. Now I'm gonna thrive in my role. Right. He had guys over there. Obviously, the Paul George. We can name them the Paul George, the Russell Westbrook, the PJ Tucker. Remember, PJ Tucker was Bones Highland also. Remember, they went through that whole debacle with Ty Lue. They were arguing. They were, one part of the team here. Can't forget those guys also. All that mixed together, again, talked about. It's hard to win games like that, man. You got so much bad going around. You can't basketball. How?
Because you got James Harden. Look, it seems to be like James
hard to
Harden
focus on basketball.
James Harden. Kawhi's back healthy. Zubats is playing unbelievable. Magic, my guy. I love Magic. Magic was out of his mind for trading Mike Muscala for Zubats. Can you imagine Zubats with LeBron and Luka?
Mm-hmm.
Or Zubats with AD and Bron? Because now Luka, now AD could have slid to the 4 like he wanted to play. Leave Zub at the 5. Can you imagine what that would? I don't even. Let's not talk about things that.
I was there when we traded for Big Zoo. I was there. Hey man, Pat, we getting this big center in. I mean, where you from, man? Tell me he from overseas, Pat, man. I bring him in. Big Zoo, man, had a box haircut. Yeah, I got him right, huh? Hey man, no, put some swag on you, man. Yeah, unbutton your shirt. Stick your chest out. I got Zoo right. Top 4 center in the NBA right now.
He played like it. I mean, he's had a 30-20 game, a 20-20 game. Zub is playing. And guess what? He can get his points and you don't run not one play for it. Not one. They don't say, hey, Zub, go down there. What hand you want on? You want the left? Get on the right block. I'm going to throw it here. Go down to the left. I'm going to throw it there. All he does, hey, James Harden, lay off. Oh, he get it off the rim, put it back. I'm not running anything for him. So now I get James Harden, do what you do. Kawhi, do what you do. Like you said, know your role. Ocho knew every game. I'm number 1 receiver. I'm going to get my catches. I'm going to get my 10 targets. Now Ocho ain't got to think. Hold on. I ain't gotten but 1 target. Okay, the next 3 quarters, I'm going to get at least 3 a quarter. Maybe 4. So when you know your role, like you said, Pat, when you know your role, you can thrive. And the simpler you keep it, you don't have to think, I can just let my athletic ability take over. I take my athletic ability over anybody I'm playing against.
And that's with anything, right? That's with life, right? And the minute you start to merge to the left lane, you know that ain't your lanes. You start to hit that little gravel. No, stay in your lane, young man. You try to merge in the right lane, you hit that horn. No, man, somebody behind you real quick. Stay in your lane, man. You stay in your lane, good things happen. Good things happen.
Oh, yeah.